Covering the battle against ISIS, President Obama is scheduled to hold a news conference in 20 minutes where he may address the killing of a second American journalist. We'll carry that live here on Channel 4 and news4jax.com. Just about 10 minutes ago, the United States confirmed video of the beheading of the 31-year-old Stephen Sotloff is authentic. The terrorist group ISIS released the video where the journalist said he's paying the price for U.S. military intervention. He grew up in South Florida and attended UCF in Orlando. Shortly before what appears to be Sotloff's death, a masked man speaks to President Obama. He says, quote, "Just as your knife continues to strike our people, our knife will continue to strike the necks of your people." Intelligence officials are still working to confirm the authenticity of the video, but in fact, I think we did tell you a few moments ago that it was confirmed that that is a real video, that is authentic. ISIS says the video was a second message to America to stop airstrikes in Iraq. Senator John McCain says he thinks President Obama is in denial.
What is his goal? Right now, he says his goal is humanitarian protection and humanitarian crises, handling them and protecting American troops. That's not a reason to build a coalition. And also, you have to lead coalitions. America must lead, not just, we're not all equals. We lead, they follow. That's been history ever since the end of World War II.
So again, that is an authentic video, and this is a live picture of Estonia where President Obama is scheduled to hold a news conference at 4:50 this morning. When it happens, we'll bring it to you live on air and on news4jax.com. Well, this just in, Ukraine's president says he's reached a ceasefire deal with Russian President Vladimir Putin. No other details were released on the deal. There was also no immediate reaction from the Russia-backed separatists whom Ukraine forces have been fighting with since April. Ukraine says Russia sent troops into the country, but Moscow rejects those allegations. Covering Nassau County, a man's body found floating in the water south of the Ritz-Carlton on Amelia Island. Investigators say it happened, seemed to happen that the man appeared to drown there near Scott Road Beach access point just before 6 o'clock yesterday evening. Channel 4's Adrian Moore talked to the Nassau County Sheriff's Office about some of the unusual details in the case.
Investigators say it doesn't look like the victim lived here or was a guest over at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. They do tell us tonight that it appears this man was in his 40s, but it's what he had on tonight that really has them scratching their heads.
He had partial clothes on. Don't believe he had any pants on, but he did have a shirt and underwear, socks, but no other identification.
Investigators say two witnesses spotted the man between 20 and 30 yards offshore floating and then pulled him to shore just before calling 911 south of the Ritz-Carlton. Right now they're checking missing person databases in surrounding counties to see if there is a match. Sheriff Bill Leeper says the water has been choppy lately, but wasn't sure what the exact conditions were around 6 this evening. He says it's also unclear how long this man had been in the water before he was found.
We have to wait and see what the cause of death was to see if it was suspicious or whether it was, possibly a suicide or just someone went out into the water and went under and drowned.
An autopsy will be completed within the next few days, and we'll stay on top of this developing story on Amelia Island. Adrian Moore, Channel 4, the local station.
Also in Nassau County, we're still waiting to find out the cause of death for a 9-year-old girl. She was pulled from a swimming pool yesterday. Happened in a Yulee subdivision called Fiddler's Walk. The sheriff's office says she may have had a seizure while she was swimming. The child's name is Nicole, but the sheriff's office is not releasing her last name quite yet because her dad is a local law enforcement officer. CPR was performed at her home, and then she was taken to Baptist Hospital, but they could not revive her. Neighbors tell News4Jax they are in shock and cannot believe she's gone.
We told him we were sad and we'd miss her, and it's okay for him to miss her and cry. And I can't believe it, and my heart just goes out for her mom and dad and sister because I can't imagine what they're going through. We're just in disbelief. I mean, we had my daughter's birthday party the other day, and everything was great. Everything, she was healthy and happy and strong, smart little girl, and it's really shocking and tragic. It was completely unexpected.
The sheriff's office is waiting for a report from the medical examiner until they release the official cause of death. After 4 years of legal fights, expert opinions, and the managing of the court The family of Michelle O'Connell is making their point clear. They're not going away. And now a new witness has come forward in the case. Yesterday, O'Connell's friends and family gathered outside the state attorney's office in St. Johns County, asking for a coroner's inquest into how the 24-year-old died. 3 separate investigations have ruled O'Connell's death a suicide. Local attorney Gene Nichols isn't associated with the case, but says given the evidence so far, it's unlikely this latest effort will lead to any criminal prosecution.
Know that they are proceeding in the civil realm and that there are lawsuits that have already been filed. But in order to try and follow any sort of criminal path, they're going to have to get the state attorney's office to open this case again.
O'Connell's family insists she was killed by her boyfriend, St. Johns County Sheriff's Officer Jeremy Banks, but he's never been charged or named a suspect. The family's hired high-profile attorney Benjamin Crump to handle these new developments in the case. The city of Jacksonville is putting on a night of film with a variety of short films and 2 feature-length films. The best part, it's all free. The night of film opens next Saturday, September 13th, with a children's red carpet screening of The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. It was filmed right here in Jacksonville. That starts at 2 p.m. At 6 o'clock, there will be a pre-feature screening of 2 short films produced by students from FSU. The event's feature will be The Double. That starts at 7:30, and then it features the social network star Jesse Eisenberg in that movie, so that's pretty cool. For more information, just head over to jaxhappenings.com, and also news4jax.com has that info. There's new research that links large amounts of coffee with type 2 diabetes. How many cups per day will put you at risk? Coming up. And South Carolina's shooting rampage comes to an end when the shooter turns the gun on himself. The timeline of events where 3 were killed and others were injured. That's next.
Or business that deserves to be recognized for their efforts to make Jacksonville a better place to live. Email us at positivelyjax@wjxt.com. Positively Jax is brought to you by Memorial Hospital.
So we've had a Tempur-Pedic for a while, but now that we have the adjustable base, it's even better.
When I put my feet up on this bed, my stress just goes away.
Go up, hey. Our Tempur-Pedic is the best thing in our house, except for my husband.
Now save up to $500 during the Tempur-Pedic Live It Up event. Plus, at Ashley with 77 months no-interest financing, get Tempur-Pedic Queen Set starting as low as $26 per month. Get the most highly recommended bed in America from America's #1 furniture retailer.
20 years ago, me and my brother started D&D Garage Doors. We started in my father's barn, and we've grown it into what it is today.
Your word is your bond. I mean, you basically, if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it.
It's just outstanding service.
You cannot buy from a better garage door company than D&D.
Protect the largest opening into your home and keep your family safe. D&D Garage Doors is offering a free hurricane inspection for a limited time. Call now to schedule yours.
Friends, save in Jacksonville at Kia of Orange Park and Southside Kia when you choose from a huge selection of used cars priced under $99.95. Like this week right here at Kia of Orange Park, this Hyundai Elantra only $49.99. We've got a Saturn Vue for just $69.99. This Expedition with the 3rd row, $79.99. Loaded up Equinox with leather, $89.99. And this Cadillac CTS, $99.99. Save online at KiaOrangePark.com or come to the corner of Blanding on 118th and save.
Scott Rothstein swindled a lot of people, me included. He bankrupted many families. Nobody was closer to Rothstein than Charlie Crist. Rothstein was always around Charlie, throwing parties and giving Charlie money. Rothstein bragged that he gave Charlie Crist money so he could pick judges. Of course Charlie took the money. I got swindled by both Rothstein and Charlie. If Charlie Crist will sell judgeships, everything is for sale.
Help the American Heart Association fight heart disease and stroke. Register your team at firstcoastheartwalk.org and join us September 20th at Metropolitan Park.
We see the positive. Positively Jax is powered by Memorial Hospital.
Dr. Oz, bringing you healthy choices, bringing you the best for healthy living. The Dr. Oz Show. He's bringing healthy back. An all-new season starts September 8th.
Weekdays at 4 on Channel 4.
An officer is hospitalized and 3 people are dead after a gunman went on a shooting rampage in South Carolina, all before turning the gun on himself. Greenville County Sheriff's Office says 23-year-old Evan Bennett shot and killed 2 security guards last Thursday night, but he wasn't immediately identified and captured. He then killed his stepdad on Monday before heading to the Greenville County Law Enforcement Center there. He shot out windows, shot an officer 3 times, and then killed himself. Bennett's stepfather was later found dead in the home that they shared. A councilwoman is fighting against public nakedness in Kansas. This comes as pictures were captured of a naked man walking the streets of Topeka. And the sheriff's department says the activity is legal because there's no ordinance. There was nothing police could do about the nude man. A local councilwoman says she wants to create a way for police to access somebody if it happens again and make sure it doesn't happen, especially in or around a school. And she has plans to introduce the issue at a city council meeting. You know, it's kind of crazy to think that that's legal.
Yeah.
Why would you want to walk around like that?
And maybe it was really hot.
It must have been.
Or his clothes were dirty.
Is it going to be that hot here? that we're all going to walk around naked?
Thank goodness it won't be that hot as Bruce just walks in. Hey, taking a look outside, it is a muggy start to the morning, but it's cooler than what we had yesterday. We'll check in with some of the temperatures around our area, give you an idea of what it's going to be like in our forecast. Maybe not a full-on naked day, but a day at the beach is a possibility. We'll have that in your forecast.
All right, no need to get naked. Well, after-school attendance numbers were higher than expected in Clay County. More bus drivers are needed. How many they're looking to hire and who qualifies for the job. That's next. And we're proud to cover Nassauville, Yulee, and Bryceville.
You're waking up with Channel 4. We are the local station.
When News 4 Jax calls for a Weather Authority Alert Day, it's about your family.